weekend we drove over to Owensboro to browse through some of their beautiful antique shops, and I brought the camera along so that I could share it with you. So that's what we're going to do in today's video, and I'm going to share with you all of the beautiful vintage Christmas goodies that we spotted. And then once we get back home, I'm going to share with you all the treasures we brought home, and I'm super excited. So I hope you enjoy spending some time with us today, just browsing through the shops and looking for vintage Christmas. And I will see you as soon as we get to the very first antique store. Okay, our first stop is the preservation station. I brought you all along here with us back in the summer, and we were so excited to go again now that they have all of their Christmas stuff out. And they truly have the most vintage Christmas I believe I've seen at any of the shops we've been to, and it's just displayed beautifully. Their vendors put so much work into their booths, and we were just absolutely in love looking at all this stuff, and it just really gave us all of the fun, nostalgic Christmas feels when we were shopping around in here. This booth was my favorite. She had so many tiny Santa mugs and Santa figurines, and again, I just love the curated look of all of these booths, and it just was so fun to browse through. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite things that I saw in this booth, and then we will move along. Was so happy to spot this beautiful throw. I had a blanket like this on my list of exactly what I was looking for on this day and to add to our Christmas collection, so that was very exciting to find for only $10. And then I also found this beautiful set of crocheted gloves, and this booth here also had such pretty vintage Christmas, and so I had to get a clip of some of this cute setup as well. Next stop was the Owensboro Trading Post, and I love these vintage trees. They were $45 each. And then after that, we ran into a couple other thrift stores like Goodwill and Salvation Army, and I found some red taper candles for only 50 cents each, and I was super excited about that find. I grabbed these cream colored ones as well. Okay, now let me share with you all the things that we brought home. I'll start out with one of my most favorite pieces that I have right here behind me. I found this beautiful Christmas throw. It's a pretty small size, but it's just the perfect little size to drape over a chair or out of a basket. I can picture this draped out of like a vintage picnic basket or just any kind of woven basket. And I love the colors in it. It has red, green, navy, and a deep plum. It's just gorgeous. And the texture of it is really thick and just really good quality. It doesn't have a tag in it, so I have no idea the brand of it or where it was made or anything like that, but it is just so pretty. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to use this for Christmas. I feel like you could even use it as like a shawl or a scarf because it's just like that perfect small size, but I love this so much. And next, this is actually the first thing that I spotted as soon as we started to browse around. It is this box of mini vintage Christmas ornaments, and it's still in the box. And what I loved the most about these is the colors of these ornaments. There's pink and gold and blue. It absolutely matches my colors perfectly that I have throughout the rest of my Christmas decor, and it was only $4.99 for all of these. which is a super good deal for vintage Christmas ornaments. There's only one down here that is missing, but they're so pretty. I'll hold up a few of them. And I'm planning to use these on my mini tinsel tree that I just bought that I'll share with you. I have it down here so that I could show y'all, but I recently got this tinsel tree from Target. It's in this really pretty like champagne color, and I plan to use this in my office and like get ready beauty room area this year. I'm just gonna do a little mini tabletop tree in there and stick this in probably one of my vintage Crocs. But I thought that these ornaments would be so pretty on this tree, and this was actually on sale at Target for only $7. So I thought that was a really good deal for this tree. Let's see how tall it is. It is 24 inches. So pretty. It looks so vintage to me. And they also had silver and another color I can't remember, but really good deal for that little tinsel tree. So that's going to be the little Christmas tree setup for the office space, and I will be sharing that with you all soon, how that looks in there. And then next, as soon as I spotted this, I immediately thought Christmas. Of course, it could be used for any time of year and I'll always have it displayed, but it really felt like a good staple Christmas piece to me. And it is this beautiful brass rocking horse, and it's a taper candle holder. How pretty is that? I love these brass horses. I actually have one on the table behind me. I don't know if you can see it, but anytime I see these, most of the time they're at antique stores and they're pretty expensive. So for only $5.99, I thought this was a good price, the same price it would be for a decorative piece at like TJ Maxx or somewhere like that. So I thought it's just a nice, heavy, good quality piece, and it's just one of those classic pieces that can be used year after year. That's what I'm really trying to focus on this year, and curate more of that kind of like classic look of things that are just timeless pieces. So very excited about this little rocking horse, and I can just picture him stacked on like some vintage Christmas books on a bookshelf or on a table or something like that. So that's kind of my ideas for him. And he also might go maybe on a dresser or something, we will see. Okay, and then next I found these two tiny little vintage Santa mugs. How adorable are these? I have never found any this tiny before, and I just love them. This booth had a ton of these, so I had to bring two of these little guys home. I don't have, like I said, any this tiny, so I just think they're precious, and I thought I could display them somewhere in the kitchen. And they just make me happy. I love them. Okay, next I brought home this pair of vintage crocheted winter gloves. These are so special to me. I love these. I'm very into crocheting right now. I've picked back up the hobby, and it's been something I've absolutely enjoyed so much recently. So when I saw vintage crocheted gloves, I could not pass these up. I don't think I've ever seen crocheted gloves while I'm out thrifting. I've seen a lot of vintage gloves before, but I've never came across a crocheted pair. So I just love the detail in them, and you can really see all the hard work that went into them. I've been crocheting hats and scarves, but I have not tried gloves yet. So I just thought these were so pretty to add to the collection. I love them so much, and they would even be so pretty like displayed with a vintage scarf and a little vintage basket with these in it. Like you're gonna grab it and just head out the door. I think that is so pretty. So that's probably how I will display these also. And then, okay, the next piece, that was everything from the first place that we went. And then this was from a different antique store, and it is this incredible tree that is made out of safety pins and beads. It even has a little angel up there at the top. Have you ever seen a vintage piece so stunning? Oh my gosh. My husband actually spotted this, and I probably would have just walked right past it, and he pointed it out, and I was like, that might be one of my most favorite vintage Christmas pieces I've ever seen. And I just felt like I had to add it to the collection. This is such, again, one of those pieces that is just timeless. It looks so beautiful in the home with any type of decor, but especially just that vintage Christmas feel. I feel like it really pulls that in. And it already had these lights in it, and when this lights up, it is seriously the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I showed this to my mom when I got home, and it brought back so many memories for her, because she said her grandma used to make these, and she used to have one for years, and she made all sorts of things out of these beads and safety pins, and I had never seen this before, so I just thought it was so different and unique. And I ended up researching these when I got home to look them up, and there's so many pretty ones. If you've never looked up safety pin trees, look them up, because there are so many beautiful ones. And so I feel very thankful to have found this little vintage treasure, and I'll insert a clip of what it looks like lit up, because it's so pretty, and I cannot wait to find a spot for this. I was kind of thinking on that table back there maybe, because I just feel like that would be a good spot where it could be lit up and I could see it all day. Next, the pieces that I have are from Goodwill and Salvation Army. From Salvation Army, I actually found those red taper candles back there, and they were 50 cents each. I was so excited because I have been looking for red candles, and I almost bought some at Hobby Lobby, but then I was like, I just need to hold out because maybe I'll eventually find some while I'm thrifting. And they had 4 of them, so I was very excited to get those for 50 cents each. So that was a fun little find. I just love the look of those red taper candles with the brass candlestick holders. It is so timeless, again, in vintage Christmas, and I just love it. And then these next 2 finds, I actually found these earlier in the year, and they were both from Goodwill, and I can't remember if I shared them in a haul or not, so I thought I would go ahead and share them today, because as I was pulling out my Christmas bins, I found them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that I got these. And they're 2 just really pretty pieces, and so I thought I would share them just in case I didn't earlier in the year, but if I have already shared them, I apologize for sharing them again. But the first thing is this set of 6 Christmas tree plates, and these were 59 cents each at Goodwill. I just love anything with a little tree on it. These are gonna go in the dining room and gonna be used on our table in there. And this is what the stamp looks like. On the back they say made in England. They definitely remind me of Spode. And there's a sticker on there from where they were sold at a vintage store previously. So very exciting to find those at Goodwill. And like I said, it was a set of 6. How cool would it have been to found the dinner plates too? But I think they're gonna look really pretty layered with some red transferware that I have, and then these on top. So we will see how that ends up looking. And then the next cups, I feel like I shared these in a haul, but again, I cannot remember if I shared them or not. But again, they have the Christmas tree on them, and we found these at the Goodwill outlet bins back in the summer. And they say USA on the bottom. They're so, so pretty. And then they're trimmed in this beautiful red color on the inside. And then you can probably see the bottom just says USA. But I love these. Again, I don't know how much because they were from the Goodwill bins, but such a fun little find. There was a 4th one, I remember, but it was broke, so we just grabbed the 3 of them. I think the handle was broke off of it, but very excited about those as well. So that is everything that we found from this fun vintage Christmas shopping trip. I hope you enjoyed coming along and seeing the treasures. Stay tuned because my decorating videos are coming very soon. My first one will be up next week. I've already shared with you the tree, and then next we're going to do the living room, and that will be next week. And I'm excited to share it. I'm kind of just taking my time and going at my own pace, but I'm excited with how it's coming together, and again, I can't wait to share it. So I hope that you will stay tuned for that, and let me know in the comments below if you have found any vintage Christmas or just anything at the thrift store for Christmas that you're excited about, or even if it's not for Christmas, let me know something you have thrifted recently in the comments below and I would love to hear. Thank you all so much for being here and spending this holiday season with me, and I will see you all in my very next one. Bye friends.